Welcome to another prepping for Christmas video. I will be posting one of these every Tuesday in the month of November. If you missed the first one, it will be linked down below, along with my Vlogmas 2024 playlist. It gives you a better idea of some of the things that I like to do during that magical month. Now for me, over the past couple of years, I've definitely downsized and tried to simplify the holidays, and that's really what I'm trying to do in 2025 too. And I shared with you the first week, we did a little bit of browsing, getting that starting point of what I like to do in November. And the one thing that I was really looking for this week was a kind of fillable advent calendar for my husband. I had a pretty busy week, and what my focus was just kind of going around, looking at the stores, picking up any little things that I could get ahead of time. And I think it was probably one of the best things I could have done to prep for the holidays. So let's all see what I was looking at in the stores. My first stop is Canadian Tire. We were here in the first video and took a little look around, and I couldn't stop thinking about something that I had seen when we were here, and it was a Christmas tree topper. Over the years, I have come to realize how I love Little Mice, and it's from a show I used to watch as a child. We have a tree in our bedroom that I don't decorate, and I was actually thinking about decorating it last year with Little Mice, and then when I saw the tree topper, I knew it would be perfect. But I'm not going to buy everything I can get for it. I want to take my time and buy little ornaments or collect them as I see the time is right. So I was looking online, and this is the one that I decided to get. The little mouse with the little mustache, the little chef's hat, and a pizza box. This is for our son. He loves pizza. Most Friday nights, pizza is what's on the dinner menu, and I just thought he was so cute. And then I realized that there was a whole little collection, and then they had little cards. So this one is Mario with a little write-up, and then they have sprinkles, the little donut. I think there was another one with Brie. I thought they were so adorable, but I'm sticking to the one that I wanted to get, the cute little mouse. So I'm taking another little look around just to see if there's anything there that I could use for my husband's advent calendar. I didn't see anything, and then there was something else that we looked at when we were there last time and decided to pick it up today. So no luck for the advent calendars, and then I decided to go to Michael's. And then I was thinking about the Garland, and then I was thinking about something like with that felt material. That would be really cute. And I thought, this could be something I could possibly get, maybe if it's reduced at the end of the season. And then I saw the little mouse garland. I thought it was cute, but it really wasn't what I was looking for. And when I took a closer look at them, the stitching wasn't perfect, but it was really cute, and it wasn't here last time, so I thought that was kind of funny. But then when I looked up at the price, $50, I thought that was a little expensive, but then they're also almost full-size ornaments. And then I was looking at the other ornaments, and they had this really cute little mouse one with a candle, but it was very, very heavy, and I just want to keep it very light, something that is very simple to store in a box. And there's a lot of them around here, but I just don't want to buy them for the sake of buying them. I kind of want it to be like a special day, or there's one that I just think is so cute. This is kind of cute for advent calendar. It's not really what I was looking for, and then they have some other countdowns, and I just wanted to see what was all at Michael's, and I still can't get over the price of items. For years, I found Michael's was really affordable and pretty nice quality, but I just find year after year, their stuff is getting more and more expensive, and the quality is going down. Now, this one I thought was really cute, but the price tag of $87 I thought was a little bit too much. But I did like the thickness of the side of the advent calendar. I think that would work for what I was thinking about. They had one that was higher up, but it was also wrapped in plastic. But then when I took a closer look at it, some of the covers were a little bit crooked. It didn't look like it was in mint condition for that price. So we're just going to leave that there. And then I also went to Winners just to see what there was. I did pick up a couple of things. I'll share them with you. But honestly, I got really overwhelmed in the store. Everywhere you turn, there was just Christmas stuff. But a lot of it wasn't practical or things that you would use. It was just kind of stuff. So I just kind of got in a little aisle, just kind of got my thoughts together, and I just decided I needed to leave. Then the next day it was pouring rain and all of the Christmas channels are out on Sirius Radio, so I decided to program them in my car because I do listen to a lot of Christmas music. And this was a day, even though it was November, I felt like it was the right time to listen to a little bit of music just to bring my spirits up on a rainy day. And then I stopped in at Dollarama. I really thought this is where I was going to find what I was looking for an advent calendar. I thought they might have like a little box kit and kind of make your own. Like, this is the first year I'm doing it, so I just wanted to kind of do a trial run. They were still putting a lot of stuff out, but I always like to take a look because if there's anything here, I just find it gets picked over very, very quickly. And I also find that you need to be very careful, especially at Dollarama. Like, everything is all the way up to $5. So it can accumulate very quickly, but also be very mindful. Are these things that you are going to bring out from year to year and use? Like, these little pillows are actually cute for $5, but as you can see, there's still a lot of stuff that needs to be put out. And I think it's just one of those things to be very mindful of what you're going to use, what are you going to use and not have to store. And these little Grinch plates and napkins are a perfect example. If you're going to have a little party or you want to have something to do with the Grinch, you better grab them early before they are all picked over. It's another day and I'm at a Canadian store named Giant Tiger. They sell a little bit of everything, and I was here to get some grocery sales. And when I walked in, they had all of the Christmas bedding at the front. And this is a tradition we've been doing for years, so I thought I would share it with you. We started off with inexpensive sets from Walmart, and then when I realized it was something that we really enjoyed, I invested in good quality quilts to match everybody's bedroom, and it's something we've been enjoying for years. So if it's something you're thinking about, I always say start off small, inexpensive, and see if it's something that you're really going to enjoy before you start investing a lot of money, or maybe it's just even picking up a set of Christmas. I always say it's good to have staple pieces in your wardrobe, and if you have a nice pair of black pants or a black skirt with a black blazer or a black cardigan, a nice little holiday shirt that's not too expensive is a perfect little addition to your wardrobe to wear to a Christmas party, or if you're going out for dinner, just to make it a little bit more festive. I think it's fun. And then my last stop this week was the calendar store. I got really excited when I saw all of the Cobble Hill puzzles. $25 each. Kind of lost that excitement because we do a lot of puzzles and I love thrifting, and I've been able to get a lot of them over the years, and I have a feeling I'll probably be able to get some of these in the years to come. But if you know somebody that struggles with the long winter months, they're inside a lot, maybe this might be a really good gift for them, because maybe it's a hobby they don't even realize that they would enjoy. There's a lot of beautiful winter scenes, a nice autumn one. So if it's somebody that you know gets to enjoy a lot of puzzles, maybe buy one for them that they would never buy for themselves. It's just one of those gifts that's practical and people would actually use it, maybe even more than once. Here is what I found this week. No luck with the advent calendar. I was at Dollarama weeks ago and I saw these special things here for the boys. So I got one of each because we always do that for the holidays. And then when I was doing a Walmart pickup order, these were in the flyer and I added them to my cart, and I didn't realize that I had to go pick them up on a separate day because they were shipped in. But all I had to do was go to the parking lot, say I was there, and they brought it out to my car. Not that big of a deal. But these are those little things that I like to get done ahead of time for the boys, so I don't want them to see. Then when I was at Winners that day, I saw that they had some Christmas pajama pants. And our son has a great selection of Christmas sweatshirts. It's something he enjoys. He wears all month long. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to pick up a pair of pajama pants to enjoy for that. They have pajama day. They can, he can enjoy it all month. And I just thought that was a good little find because he doesn't have any. Then I saw this and I couldn't leave it there because when I picked it up, the handle is perfect. And this is for winter. It's just Snoopy in the puffer jacket. I wish it would have been blue. It would have been perfect for January, but I did like the red. And we always have holiday mugs. So I said to my husband, You can have dibs on this one if you like it. And he's like, oh yeah, that's a good handle. So I like to get usually one mug a year, and we have a pretty nice little selection. And when you find one, you find one. It's really hard to, but I thought this one was beautiful for more than just the month of December. My son's Christmas Eve pajamas came in. Normally I don't like get Christmas ones anymore, but I thought this one was really cute with Snoopy. He's skiing, they're sledding, and just with the snowflakes, like I thought this would be nice for winter. And then I also got the waffle shirt, just a nice higher quality pajamas. I've been getting them at American Eagle for years, but what happened last year was all that was left was size small and size medium. So I did it early this year. There was a little bit of a savings, but I had some like cash in points and a birthday $5 or something. So anyways, I went ahead and got that. At Dollarama, I picked up a couple of the wreath trees. Our son always gets these at Christmas time. And whenever I don't get them early, I can never find them. So at least they're done and out of the way. I also picked up a Grinch mess-free marker book. Just a little activity to enjoy during the month of December. Also got the Andes mints to make the cookies. And I was thinking about this last year, and then when I saw the little mouse topper, I'm like, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and do it. And there is little Mario. I'm going to keep the card on him. The best chef in town. So we have one tree that we don't decorate, and I really thought about doing a mouse theme on it last year, but then I'm like, I just don't want to get into that. And then when I saw the tree topper this year, I thought it was meant to be. It was perfect. And I just picked out the one ornament. I didn't even realize that Canadian Tire, that some of them have little names. So this is Mario, and I love the last sentence on here. His warm kitchen and scrumptious pies fill the forest with joy and cheer. I love it. That is one of the things I love, is thinking about little animals, the little woodland creatures like living in the forest and everything. And I just thought this was so fitting because it's the love of the little mice, and then our son's love of pizza, and then the cute little tree topper. I ended up getting what I was looking for from Amazon for my husband's advent calendar, and this is really what I was wanting, was different shaped boxes to do little things throughout the month. And then, you know, like this one here is bigger, these ones here are a little bit smaller, and it's a nice quality box, and I think it's just being very careful taking them out. And there is number 12. These ones aren't as high quality, but I think if we're very careful, we could definitely get a few years out of these. The Keurig one that I made him, we use those labels for years and years. We're always very cautious. So I think if we just take it out, put it back in, I think it'll work out. And it'll be fun to fill these up, and it'll be a variety of stuff, from things that he'll use to little things to enjoy, and maybe a couple of things associated with coffee. But I'm really glad that I got that, and now I gotta start getting the stuff to fill it in. And that's kind of the fun of it too. It's like a little gift that he gets to enjoy all month long. There is my starting point. I just put little red checks of all of the things that I have done. Make the playlist. I'm going to be working on that this week. I want to go through the Pioneer Woman magazines again. Some years you look at recipes and they don't interest you, but then a different year you're thinking about making them. I would like to find a couple of appetizers this year to make to add to the menu rotation. Puzzles and games, that's more for like December, but I should go through it soon. And then the mug and glass declutter, I have an idea of what I want to do with all of the beer glasses and everything. I talked to my husband about it, and then I also want to keep the mugs in the cupboard. I don't want to do the mug tree because I find it's a little bit too cluttered, but I think the biggest thing I want to focus on this week is the baking list, the menu ideas and all of that. Just have some ideas, do a couple of trial runs too, maybe to perfect them, so that way I know if they're worth making on, like, you know, during Christmas. And then I just kind of did like that little checklist, so next year like everything is a little bit better organized. So what are the advent calendars? And then just kind of outside, we did get some snow, and this is my husband, he does all of this, so he'll find the right time. Just hang up the garland and wreath, the greenery, the lights, the deck lights, the frosty. And then I did get a little mouse this year, and I'm gonna name him Nicholas. I thought it was really just a cute traditional name and very fitting for Christmas. So that's all taken care of. And the other thing I did this week was I enjoyed some movies. So this is linked down below, the new movies and series. So the Mistletoe Murders, I watched one episode Friday night and one Saturday. It was good. I didn't find it was as good as season 1. And then I did start to watch that Christmas Above the Clouds. I don't know, I didn't think it was as good as what I thought it was going to be. I did finish out Haul Out the Holly. Kind of cheesy, but it's actually a good background movie to have on if you're busy. And then there's a sequel. But I did watch Merry Mystery Christmas. I actually thought it was really cute, and I like mysteries, and it's right up my alley. So anytime I'm seeing older movies, I'm trying to record them. And then the Christmas Above the Clouds, I started watching it, but I didn't really finish it. And I have to say the 2 baking shows that I am watching are off to a good start. I am enjoying them. So my biggest thing I'm gonna work on this next week is the baking list, the menu items, going through the recipes and all of that, and getting all of that together. And then I think the last week will be just putting all of the little finishing touches. And I've also been decluttering a lot this week too. I want the home as clutter-free and simplified as possible, so it's just easier to stay up on everything during the month of December. I did find last week flew by. It was really busy, and our biggest priority was getting our winter tires on our vehicles. And we did it at the perfect time because we had our first snowfall last night. And when we woke up this morning, everything was organized. The shovels, the car brushes were out, hats, mitts, boots, coats, everything was good to go. And then with our winter tires on, we had nice smooth drives this morning. We were very thankful for that. And last week, I think it was exactly what I needed to do, to look around the stores, pick up some little things, and seeing all of the things that we don't need. And it also made doing a little bit of decluttering easier for me, because now that we have all of our winter clothes out, we all had a little bit too much clothes, so we said goodbye to some older items or things that, you know, we were never wearing, and it was time to say goodbye to them. And sometimes it takes a little bit of time, but I'm also learning from my mistakes, because I think over the years you can accumulate a lot during the holidays, you know, with gifts, sale prices, clearance, you know, buying things to get that immediate gratification. Just try to be a little bit mindful, and all I'm trying to do is share some of the mistakes that I made over the years and try to be very aware of what I'm bringing into our home this Christmas season. And I think my big goal this week is to look at the menus, go through different recipes, the ones I want to make from last year, maybe add a couple of new ones, and then also make a ingredient list and start looking at the sales, especially butter, chocolate chips. I have no idea what the prices are going to be, and then the M&Ms, and just kind of picking things up as I can throughout the month of November. And that's what I like to do, because I want to bake in December when there's snow on the ground, hopefully, listening to the Christmas music, the trees are up, and our house is warm and cozy. I want to enjoy the magic of the season. But there was years when the kids were little, my husband was in the military, and there was lots of things I needed to do in the month of November, and now I try and do a little bit more of the behind the scenes. So I hope you enjoyed a little peek into some of the preparations that I do for Christmas, and I'll see you next week looking a little bit more at the menu and some of the things I want to make, and how I'm also going to try and shop the sales to make the dollars stretch a little bit more during the holiday season.